Hey guys, this is Chris Estrada from Indy Racing Revolution on Most Valuable Network. I just got myself a new webcam with this new HP computer that I got over the holidays, and now I'm going to try and see if maybe every so often add a video blog as an addendum to what I post on the regular blog at mvn.com/Indy Racing Revolution. I guess this first post is going to be about my latest post, which is basically about NASCAR Chairman Brian France and what can be interpreted as a kind of a shot against the IndyCar series and also other series such as the American Le Mans series that have embraced alternative fuels and the green movement. As I mentioned in the post, Brian France, he basically says, and I quote, let me see if I can just pull this up here. Here we go. We're trying to be out front industry-wide, not just like some of our competitors, of plopping a different fuel in and calling it green strategy. That doesn't hit any marks we consider important. That was taken at a press conference last week, and I first learned about the press conference off the Silent Pagoda blog, silentpagoda.com, which the piece was absolutely hysterical, like I wrote anyway. I just found it very hard to believe that Brian France would say something like that when his organization is still using unleaded fuel, which is about as cutting edge as, say, Tamagotchi. You know what I mean? But it's each their own. That still doesn't negate the fact that IndyCar, ALMS, and other leagues have flat out ran circles around NASCAR when it comes to embracing the green movement. I mean, you've seen IndyCar flipping over to corn-based ethanol over in the last few seasons. That we end up going to sugar-based ethanol with the new Brazilian cartel that's in it. And who knows, we may end up seeing cellulosic ethanol in the IndyCar series at one point or another. That's what's happening in the American Le Mans series right now. You see that. You're seeing E10, E85 ethanol. You're even seeing clean diesel. You're seeing Green Racing Challenge initiatives. Both these series are really putting their foot forward when it comes to helping the planet kind of change the perception that all auto racing can do is completely destroy the planet. Another thing that I wanted to talk about that I didn't quite touch on in the earlier blog, the first blog post, was basically, even though NASCAR is behind the eight ball when it comes to this, I still have a funny sensation that they're going to utilize their marketing muscle and make a very big deal out of this. And all to it to them. They obviously have the ability to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they get ESPN or Fox to push this message. The only thing that bothers me is the fact that they aren't going to make it competition-based initially. I think this is a big mistake. I think it's the best way to get your message out to the public. Now, it could be costs, it could be changes to the equipment that make sure that we don't see these initiatives in NASCAR take full bloom for a couple seasons, but still, the fact that it's out there now that it's not going to be competition-based, at least initially, I just think that's a blown PR opportunity. That being said, however, I think you're going to see this trumpeted pretty good by all the NASCAR TV partners. I just don't want to see it end up as something like the whole safer barrier thing, when you hear stuff on ESPN saying that NASCAR took the initiative on a safer barrier when it's actually the IndyCar series, the Indy Racing League, that was at the forefront of the safer barriers creation, and IRL CEO Tony George. So hopefully we won't be seeing that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a big, expensive how do you do when it comes to NASCAR finally embracing the green movement. That being said, as cynical as I am about what NASCAR can do with it, I still think that it's a very good move on their part. I think it's a long time coming. They should have done it a long time ago, and quite frankly, I think they probably should have just jumped unleaded fuel from leaded fuel entirely and just gone straight to ethanol like everybody else has been doing at the time. So we'll see how this turns out, and like I mentioned, this is going to be maybe a semi-regular occurrence, just posting these videos up on mvn.com/Indy Racing Revolution as a way to just kind of supplement the text blogs that I'm putting up here. Once again, this is just a semi-regular thing. I don't intend to replace everything with video blogs, but I'm just trying to test out this webcam here. If you want to reach me, I can be reached by email at estrada.c@neu.edu. I can also be reached via Facebook. Just search Chris Estrada. And feel free to get back at me. Feel free to comment on all the stories. I love reading the readers' comments, even if they hate my guts. You know, if people are going nuts all over my stories, then I'm doing something right. I mean, part of the blogger philosophy is being a columnist, and part of the columnist philosophy is making opinions that strikes up debate. So keep sending those comments in. Keep reading Indy Racing Revolution, and keep on watching. Thanks, guys.